Heidi-ho everybody, it is May the 6th and I am here with my weekly update. This is week 12 of my reset and hopefully I can get through this. I've made this a couple of times and it's getting dark so the light is poor. I apologize for that. Let's see where we are, and I'm going to try to say less this time. I want to start by saying thank you to all my new subscribers. There's been a few people who have subscribed to my channel, and I think I've subscribed to all of you as well back, so I do appreciate that, and I appreciate your comments. I'm really far behind in watching videos right now for the last 2 weeks. I've just been really incredibly busy. I also have been trying to catch a few here and there, and sometimes it's during a time when I can't comment. I will catch up. If there is something out there in particular that you would like my comment on, please just private message me, or if you have any questions, just send it in a private message and I will answer them, or I will go and see them. Sometimes with some of the longer ones I have to wait till I have more time, so I am far behind. I'm sorry. I will catch up eventually, and I thank you all for your ongoing support. So where am I at this week? Last week I weighed in at 198.5 and I was up 1.5 pounds, I think I was, from the weigh-in before that. I was really excited on Thursday because I stepped on the scale and it said 196 and I was going, yeah, wait. Then I stepped on the scale yesterday for my weekly weigh-in, which is my weigh-in day for YouTube here, and it was 198. So that's still down 0.5 pound from last week. I don't know why it's up from Thursday. My food has been good, my exercise has been good, my water intake has been good. It is what it is. And it's easy to get frustrated sometimes when this happens. And it seems in my history with my weight struggles, this point in time when I just get under 200 pounds, I see my body just wants to stay there. Like I have to fight it. And so, but I'm not throwing in the towel. I am trusting in the process that if I track my calories, if I'm careful and I stay under that 1,200 calories a day, if I exercise 6 times a week, 5 to 6 times a week, minimum of 3 times a week, each session a minimum of 30 minutes, if I drink my water, if I follow the rules, I have to lose weight. So it will happen, you know, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I should change my weigh-in day to Thursday. It seems like I'm always less midweek than I am towards the end of the week, so I don't know if that's because you get tired towards the end of the week or what, but oh well, it is what it is. There's that. I am incredibly busy at work. There's so much going on. Stress levels are plus 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. That's not going to change. But then I have weeks like this last week that make me realize that regardless of how busy or stressed I am at work, really and truly, all of that is momentary and it's insignificant compared to other things that could be happening in life, right? So things like in this past week, my mom's oldest sister had a stroke. Please say a prayer for Aunt Gloria for her continued healing. It could have been a lot worse. She's doing very well. She's in rehab. Her left side has been affected. There is some weakness there, but she's moving both her arm and her leg, and so they're hopeful. And the fact that they got her into rehab within about a week of her having the stroke is a very good sign. The other thing that happened was a distant cousin of my mom's, who was 81, was in a car accident this past week back home and died. He drove through a yield sign without stopping and collided with a van. In the van was a mom with 3 children. The youngest was under a year. The blessing in that scenario is that none of them were critically injured. The mom and one of the children had a broken arm, but you know, it could have been so much worse. And then Thursday, I think, another cousin of my mom's, the second cousin of my mom's, whose family we're a little closer, not as close to as some of my relatives, but I'm very close with her mom. Anyways, this cousin also passed away. She had been ill for quite some time, and she died on Thursday morning. So, you know, stuff like that happens, and we just have to, it makes us realize that we really, really need to be cognizant and appreciative of all of the good times, all of the good moments that we share with people, and all of the goodness that we have in our life every single day, because at the drop of a hat, that can change. And so we need to be grateful for everything that we have in our life that is awesome, right? And then, having said that, I have a moment where I was shopping for food. I went for groceries Friday night, and as I was walking up and down the aisles, which I rarely do anymore, because I buy my fresh produce and I my cheeses and whatever else, and I very rarely go down those inner aisles anymore. But Friday night I thought, okay, we'll wander a little bit, so I'm going up and down and I'm picking stuff up. I look at the label and I go, crap, and put it back. Look at the label, oh, some more crap, put it back. And I was suddenly sad for a moment, thinking, why can't I be one of those people who can eat anything and it's not going to affect my weight? And why is there so much crap on the shelves, and there's hundreds of things that I used to enjoy eating and I probably will hardly ever eat ever again because it's crap when you read the label. And then my thought patterns went full circle and I went, okay, if that is the only thing, if that is the worst thing that you have to be sad about in this moment, then you have a pretty good life, right? And so I guess that's kind of a non-scale victory, because I looked at a lot of the stuff, and it's not stuff that, I'm not saying that I will never eat it again, but when I read the label and the fact that, a lot of it had 0 for protein, was high in calories, and I'm talking about things like different kinds of crackers that I enjoy eating, or a sweet treat of some sort. I didn't want it in the house. Yes, I could have brought it home and had 1 or 2 cookies, or whatever it was, a little bit of it, but then it would be here tempting me, and it just wasn't worth it, right? Because it doesn't align with what my health goals are for myself. Anyways, so yeah, that was interesting. And in regards to shopping for food and stuff, other people have mentioned the fact that once you have surgery, it seems like you throw out a lot more food, right? And I find that as well. I always have. Living alone, it's just the reality that I waste more food than a family would probably, because things spoil before I can get to it. With fresh vegetables especially, I find I have to clean them when I bring them home, otherwise they don't get eaten. They sit in the fridge. I'm in a hurry when I'm putting meals together quite often, and so I have to clean them as soon as I bring them home. What I find is if I clean them, put them in a bag, but in the bottom of the bag, before I throw the food in there, I put a paper towel folded on the bottom. Seems like a simple thing. This is a trick my mom told me about. But honestly, if you do that, that simple paper towel in the bottom of the bag will help me to preserve my vegetables for like an extra week, week and a half. I used the last of some cauliflower and broccoli I bought about 3 weeks ago in some soup this morning, and it was not rotten. It was still fresh. It was still good. So, well, fresh, I guess not fresh, but it was still really good and tasty, and, so there's a little hint. I was going to talk about something else today, but I'll save it for another video because it's a huge subject. It's a long subject. It's something that I've studied on and off in the last few months, and it's something that just totally blows my mind away and just gets me psyched. And it's around quantum physics and sort of our universal connectiveness on a submolecular level. Now, I know that sounds really up here, but it's not. It's the concept is simple. So I'm going to talk about that in another video because it's just too big of a subject and my video is already getting long enough. But the one thing I do want to share with you guys today is I have a particular quote that is my go-to quote that inspires me and will lift me up when I'm struggling or needing a pick-me-up. And it just speaks to my soul and always have. I shared it once here a long time ago, back in 2009. This is my theme quote. This is my inspiration. And this is how I try to live my life and how I would encourage all of you to live your life. It is a quote from Marianne Williamson, and it's called Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So I challenge you to go out there and let your light shine. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're taking care of yourself and each other. And I hope that you make a great day.